Thank you for stopping by Ballistic Barbecue. On this video, I am going to be preparing barbecued pork spare ribs with an apple butter barbecue sauce. Let's get going. All right, so I'm going to be preparing 2 racks of ribs today. I have here St. Louis trimmed spare ribs, and I've already peeled off the membrane. First thing I'm going to do is apply a little bit of olive oil, and this is just as a binder, but it has a really kind of a nice earthy flavor as well. You can use mustard if you want. I just think that for the sauce that I'll be using, this is going to go a lot better, but the flavor is just real minimal anyway. This is just going to help the rub adhere to the ribs. No, I'm using a commercial rub today, and no, this is not any type of sponsored video, but it's just one of my favorite brands, and they don't know I'm doing this. It's BBQ, and the first application is going to be their sweet heat. I'm just going to go light on the sweet heat. Just want to get some layers of flavor here. This stuff, though, it just has spices that you don't see in other rubs, like allspice or something, but you can, it just smells even a lot different than the other rubs out there. The next rub I'm going to apply is, again, BBQ's, and this is their sweet rub. It just really goes well with this sweet spicy rub, but again, it's just that another layer of flavor. And that's what I'm looking for. I'm going to do the other rack off camera, then I'm going to set these aside. I like to allow them to kind of sweat through all the spices here, and then we'll get going on that barbecue sauce. And here is a full list of all the ingredients I'm going to be using on this sauce. So the sauce that I'm going to be making is an apple butter based, and for those of you that do not know what apple butter is, basically it is a very concentrated applesauce. The apples have been cooked very long time at a low temperature, usually in like an apple cider. And what happens is the sugars in the apples come out and really start to caramelize. It gets a very intense flavor. It's really good stuff. And I'm telling you, on like toast or an English muffin in the morning, it's money. So here's what it looks like. As you can see, it just gets a very dark color. So we're going to use 1.5 cups of apple butter. Tomato ketchup. Now here's that apple juice, and as you can see, I went ahead and added that tablespoon of pickling spice to the juice. Did this about an hour ago to help soften up these seeds. Normally I don't do this because I'm usually using the spice blend here in like a glaze or whatever, and there's plenty of time for this to really soften the seeds up. This will be fine, it's still going to soften them up, but I always get comments about this because this is my go-to in my sauces. Why don't you strain it out? Can you grind it up? You can, but I never would. I'm telling you, this stuff gets soft enough to where you can eat it. You're not going to get mouthfuls of seeds anyway, but it just adds something to the sauce that you won't get in any other sauces. So I would suggest don't grind this stuff up. Just trust me on this one. So pour that in here along with all those little seeds. Right now here to make everyone happy is the Worcestershire sauce, whatever you want to pronounce it, it's good stuff. And there's still going to be people commenting, it's Worcester, it's whatever, it's good. I like this stuff. The yellow mustard, packed brown sugar, onion flakes, dehydrated garlic, coarse ground kosher salt, ground black pepper, fresh ground, apple cider vinegar, California chili pepper or chili molito. So I'm going to get this all mixed up. So I'll have this on the high heat just before it comes to a boil. Then I'm going to reduce it to a simmer, and I'm going to simmer this stuff for a good 45 minutes or so. In the meantime, I have the Primo heated up in the backyard. Let's get those ribs on the pit. Primo is running at 250 degrees right now. Heat deflectors are in place, and I'm burning a little bit of hickory wood. Place the ribs on, bone side down. So I'm going to allow these to run for about 3 hours now After the first hour, I'm going to check just to see how dry they're looking. If they're looking a little dry on the surface, I'm going to spray them with a little bit of apple juice. See you in a bit. We're at about 1 hour, 10 minutes. Took a peek at the ribs and they are ready to spray. As you can see, the rub there is just a little dry looking. So this is just some apple juice. And there we go. I'll check them again in another 45 minutes to an hour. All right, we're at the 3 hour mark and we are ready to pull these ribs and wrap them in foil. Looking good, gorgeous color. So I'm going to lay these meat down on the foil here. And I have just a little apple juice. I want to wrap these tight, make sure that I don't pierce the foil with the bone, but as tight as I can get it. Put that back down, meat down. All right, a lot of people are into that 3-2-1 method, which is fine. I'm personally into the 3, whenever it's done method. So what I'm going to do is after about an hour, I'm going to take my meat probe and I'm just testing for tenderness in the meat there between the bones. And I'm also looking for a nice pullback, however long it takes. Usually it's less than 2 hours. Once they have the tenderness that I like, I'll be unfoiling them and we'll finish them with that sauce. See you in a bit. It's been 1 hour, 15 minutes. I just checked for tenderness. These guys are ready to unfoil. Let me show you. So simply take a meat probe or something else. You can see it's going in with zero resistance. So any more tender than that, and these bones are just going to be dropping off left and right. If that's what you want, that's totally cool, because you know what? The right way to cook these is how we like to eat them. I like them to hang on the bone a little bit and just a nice little bite. So what I'm going to do is unfoil these. I'll get them back on the grill here and we will baste these with the sauce. See you in a bit. They're unfoiled, smelling really good. Let's get these on the grill. I mean, you can see even with just, 1 hour, 15 minutes, some of the bones are getting really loose here. I wouldn't want them any looser than that. Basting the bottom first. Now most of these chunks you're seeing in the sauce are actually the rehydrated onions and the garlic. All right, now it's just about letting that sauce set up, and I'm thinking, 20 minutes and we'll be done. So I'll see you in a bit. All right, it's been 20, 25 minutes and these ribs are ready. I'm going to pull them from the pit. I'll get them in the house, let them cool just a little bit, slice them and give them a try. I'll see you inside. All right, so we've let these cool a little bit. My favorite part here, we're going to try these guys out. Curved bone there. Nice smoke ring, looking tender. Here's a test. Barbecue sauce all over my face. Oh. These are good. I'll tell you one thing I really dig about this. It's not overly sweet. That apple sauce, that apple butter rather, there's some spice going on there. There's some carameliness because of, again, it's kind of caramelized in the process. That pickling spice, there's so much going on. With the coriander and the celery seeds and everything, and then the little pepper providing some heat. This is really good. I just got a little bit of coriander. I love it. Anyway, guys, Thanks for stopping by. See you on the next video. Cheers.